What's up, guys?
Hey man.
How are you doing, man?
Sounded awesome.
Cheers, yeah, it's good fun. We've been doing these sessions like the last couple of weeks.
Yeah?
It's a different vibe.
Not your first? What the hell, man?
Nah.
Well, nah, I mean, we've done like 4 or 5 maybe.
Yeah?
Europe and in the States. It's still like different from playing, full electric sets, but we enjoy it as much.
You enjoy this just as much?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we started doing it like last year to do a Download Festival, and it was just a bit of fun because we were only playing an acoustic set,
Right.
so we kind of designed a set that was as satisfying as an electric set. We didn't get to do half of it, what we would do here, but it kicked off.
To be fair, this is probably our first US one like this. So
Oh, okay, good.
I should
See?
it
It is the first one.
See that?
Exclusive A-sides music.
See that?
There you go.
So let me ask you, first of all, do you find yourself with your voice that you have to like kind of, I don't want to say it's strained in a bad way, but when you're doing an acoustic versus electric?
If
or
it's early, like earlier in the day is
Yeah.
difficult. Like usually, like it's the same for most singers. Like your voice will warm up later on in the day, but get through it. So,
Yeah. So talk to me about those 2 songs. I know the first song was your first single in the States. You guys are obviously, with your accents, you're from Chappaqua, right?
yeah, all over really.
That's
Yeah.
right over our heads.
Yeah, I'm just naming a local town.
Right.
6 people will get it. It's the audience, so it's totally fine.
Yeah.
It's the audience.
As long as it gets a laugh.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, but we're from all over
English
Right.
shire.
parts of
over.
England.
And you're still there now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No temptation to like run to Brooklyn with the rest of the world. You guys you're fine with.
No, because you know
UK?
what? It's more fun. Like that's where we're always going to be, call our home and stuff like that. It's much more fun. Essentially going on holiday with your mates and then playing some music in between, having a good time.
Right.
Not that we don't have a good time playing music.
In between, yeah. When I'm not with it, yeah.
Yeah, this strenuous job we have to do.
But I mean, you guys have an album out, right?
Yeah.
And usually when you guys break, and when I say you guys, I mean musicians, break in the UK, it's like sometimes it's like a good year. Like you guys have made it in the UK, and then you have to kind of resell your record. That was pretty cool that you guys just put out the album. What, in consecutive days with the UK
Yeah,
and
Pretty
the
much,
States?
yeah. They
We
followed
just
on.
wanted to get music out to people.
Yeah, that's the main thing for us. We're just trying to keep busy in both Europe and the States. Like at the moment, it's kind of back and forth. 1 month in Europe, 1 month in the States, and that's kind of how it's going to be out here. So,
Yeah.
like I said, the main thing for us is getting our music out to people, because that's how the band started. Just building up live shows, getting the music out, old school mentality.
Because we've been getting messages from people like in different countries being like, oh, why can't I get the album yet? So it's like, well, let's just make it so everyone can
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the idea is because we're going to be over here quite a bit and things. If people see us on the lineup, so like we're doing Rocklahoma, Rock on the Range, all of the festivals in May and stuff.
Right.
People see our name on a poster, they can go check out some music straight away and see what we're all about.
Now, you guys, you mentioned a couple of festivals. They kind of go through the whole summer. Like they just every year it seems that there's like 20 other festivals. Do you guys know throughout the summer? Are you going to be on your own tour with a couple of festivals in between?
We've got like 15 festivals confirmed so
Get
far,
out,
stateside
wow.
and Europe. Like all the European major ones like Download Festival, Hellfest in France, all these big ones to do in Europe, and then all the States ones in May. That's the first for us. We've never done those before, so really excited to see how those
Yeah,
go
and
down.
we're going to be doing a couple of fill-in dates with Buck Cherry in between some of
nice.
the festival runs. So while we're over here, we're going to try and make the most of being over here and play shows in between all the
I
festivals.
mean,
as
we're
well.
constantly booking shows up all the time, so best way to stay in touch with stuff like that is just like check our website out.
Right.
It's exciting for us because we go into all these places for the first time in the summer. Arizona, Carolina, Oklahoma, Kansas City. We've never been to any of these places, so
Well, in all fairness, no one's happy to go to Kansas City.
Well, we are if we
Yeah,
play.
we
We
are.
are. We are being on that bill.
Just kidding.
How we did it.
How long have you guys been together? Just I heard you're a relatively new group, right? I mean,
it's been this lineup for like 2 years, 2.5 years. Me and Sid known each other for a couple of years before that. But it's relatively new. I mean, England's such a small place, so you get to know everyone in bands very quickly, and you soon suss out who's serious about being in a band and who's got the same kind of mutual goals and ambition. And that's kind of how us four came together.
Right. And is the songwriting process and just putting the music together, it's all collaborative, or is there just...
Yeah, there's no rules really. Someone
Yeah.
could come with like 80% of a song and then we roll with it like that, or someone could come with a riff and all of a sudden within an hour the song's taken a completely different course and everyone's inputted it and punched it into shape in a way. So
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
the best way,
we're quite lucky because everyone's got quite similar tastes. Like if something if one of us thinks something's good, the others normally think it's good as well.
Yeah, and everyone really has to dig it because we're the ones that are going to be playing it on stage for the next, well, hopefully the rest of our lives and stuff. So we need to make sure that everyone's on board with what's going
Well,
on.
it's a good work ethic. It's not every band is like that. That's probably why.
Yeah, but we
But like we change stuff. Say like there might be a song. Say I might have written a song I think is brilliant, and the other guys are going, I'm not playing that. So then we'll change it until everyone's happy.
We're brutally honest with each other. That's how the band works well. Like,
Because we're all after the same thing, we want to have the
Yeah.
best songs possible. So, you know, if I have an idea and Sid doesn't like it, he's not doing it because he's saying that because he wants it to be the best song possible for all of us. So we're all, there's no egos in writing and stuff like that. It's
Yeah, it's
literally
normally if
what's
there's
best.
just not enough guitar solos in it.
Right. And with all due respect, he's staying quiet, so I'm wondering if he's secretly plotting something.
I think maybe he's writing right now.
yeah, he's
This is your last interview, right? You're like going solo after this. Fuck you guys.
Oh no,
Like a month after the album's come out.
I've hit the pinnacle of everything
Yeah,
I've ever achieved with this
that's
band.
it.
I'm done.
I'm partying with Buck Cherry on my own, guys.
they wouldn't have me.
So, I mean, is there any, like, I mean, this is a stupid, cliched question, but, like, I'm just curious, is there any artist that you'd want to kind of aspire to have their similar success, or?
I mean, I've heard the Beatles were pretty big over here.
I like the artists we
I
respect.
don't know if that's
the
all
ones-
rumour or anything.
The ones that have kind of been around for years and kind of avoided genre changes and just cracked on doing their own thing and not kind of got involved with like changes as the scene comes along. You know what I mean? This band's been around for 30, 40 years and still have a lot of respect.
We were talking about like AC/DC the other day. I mean, they're a band that's managed to just be AC/DC
Yeah, I think
throughout everything and just be true to what they want to do. And I mean, AC/DC would be a great model because you can just carry on just being who you are regardless of any scenes or fashions or trends or anything.
yeah,
Just do what you
staying
do.
in and out of the trends and stuff. And I think without even being specific, like all the bands that we grew up listening to and things, it was all about, it's about being a great live band because that's where we grew up playing and that's where we're most comfortable. So being a great live band and, you know, being able to play a festival like Download 20 years from now and play like a full album like Metallica did with the Black Album, where you kind of create something like your Dark Side of the Moon or Zeppelin 4 or any great album that's like a complete masterpiece. That's a great album.
There's loads of bands we love and respect. I mean, we can sit down here and talk about bands and music all day long because we're the biggest music fans around. So, yeah.
It's cool. So I do hear a lot of different influences. And, you know, it's not my job to put you in any genre or anything, and obviously, you know, your music does lend to a specific way, but you hear a lot of different influences coming through.
Yeah, I mean,
each one of you, I feel like, brings something to the table.
Yeah, I mean, like we respect like the old school English rock bands, but we didn't grow up in that era, so we're music fans. So we like music as heavy and modern as it comes as well. So there's things from everywhere. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
From the 20s to the
we all have enough
2000s.
similarities to be on the same page, and then we all go off on a tangent and have our own little niche things that we listen to as well. And that's important because if you just all listen to the same thing, when you're doing a song, it's going to be very black and white, whereas someone might bring something, a bit of a curveball that you'd never think of in your head, but makes sense for the song. And I guess that's a good part of like collaborating when we writing things.
You guys covered Dust in the Wind in your set. I heard you playing.
We're
No,
trying to get
we were trying to get him to do the Will Ferrell thing from Old School.
Oh, the You're My Boy Blue? That's
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe next time I'll bust it out.
next time? When the camera's not rolling.
Could be our first
Yeah.
US #1, I think.
I think so too, man. It's a great
I
song.
don't want to speak
Come
too
on.
soon, but
I
I'm
feel
feeling very
confident
confident.
Well, listen, guys, good luck.
Thank
Thank you very
very
much.
Thanks.
Cheers, Adam.